going to be doing on the game where we're not actually managing. So if you guys, want to watch somebody manage it, that's on YouTube. This is just a chill, relaxed series to where I can learn these teams and learn the NHL a little better and have a nice, relaxed series with you guys, and we can talk about what's happening in the NHL. Yo, hello guys, welcome. My name is Metro Johnny. It's nice to meet you guys. Before we hop into the video and into the new series that I'm going to start, I just want to take a minute to let you guys know a little more about me personally. I am a huge fan of the NFL, of football. I've been a fan since I was 2 years old, and I know everything about football. When it comes to hockey, it's something that I've just recently got into, like just recently. The first season that I've started watching is the season that's currently playing now, from start, and obviously I plan on watching it to finish. I've really picked up on hockey, and I've always thought it was cool. But as far as knowing the history and players' names and things like that, I'm not too keen. There's a couple I know. But when it comes to hockey as a total, I'm a noob, and I'm not gonna know everybody names that I should keep in mind, or guys who are really good and things like that. Don't expect me to know anything, and I ask you guys to help me out in the comments. Let me know and tell me tips about just about the history of hockey. Now I know I know all the rules of hockey. I mean, I've watched. We're coming up to the half point of the year in real life, so like I know all the rules, I know everything like that. I know the teams that are good, the teams that are bad. I mean, I know the basics, but as far as it goes for names and faces, I still kind of struggle to pronounce names and even know who these people are, because there's just so much, but it's going to be a learning process for me. So I just want to let you guys know before we do hop into the video. So yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy. Yo, hello guys, and welcome. This is EastSide Hockey. We're gonna be doing it a little bit different. I've actually watched this on YouTube myself. And it's basically where you pick a team, and you can pick from any type of league that is known that you can think of, and you can manage one of those teams in there. Well, obviously we're going to be doing the NHL, but instead of me picking a team and managing a team, I'm very new to hockey. And so what I wanted to do, my goal is to actually play a series and make a new series on my channel on NHL 18, where I actually play, and we can have gameplay and stuff like that. But I don't know anything about NHL. Or, I mean, I know enough, but I don't know names and faces, and I want to know that before I would hop into a series like that. So I decided to put a little twist on this game that nobody really does on YouTube. Instead of me managing a team, we are seriously just going to sit back, and as you can see right there, Mr. Watch. We're just going to watch the league. We're just going to, I don't know how many years we'll watch, but this should be a nice, chill, relaxed series. Hopefully, we can talk together about what we think is going to happen in the league and things like that. I want you guys to get connected to the series. And I'm going to actually, every year, say who I think is going to make it to the finals and win the Stanley Cup. I want you guys to do the same thing. So, with that being said, I'm not going to talk too much about the game. If you guys want to do that, there's plenty of reviews on YouTube of the game. But there any stat that you guys can think of, we can look at. All right, so without further ado, I've been doing too much talking. We're just gonna hop into the first episode, right? So you guys know a little bit about my backstory. You know what we're gonna be doing on the game where we're not actually managing. So if you guys want to watch somebody manage it, that's on YouTube. This is just a chill, relaxed series to where I can learn these teams and learn the NHL a little better and have a nice relaxed series with you guys, and we can talk about what's happening in the NHL. Alright, one last thing before we finally start the series. Updated rosters. So I have the 2017 slash 2018 rosters. Player picture models mod downloaded, and I also have the logo mod downloaded, so you guys can see all the logos for all the teams. So it makes it a little more fun for all of us. And the only thing is the Golden Knights, since they're kind of new, I guess the mod didn't have them in it, so theirs isn't going to be, you're not going to have their symbol, but that's okay. So without further ado, let's finally get started. All right, so who do I think is going to make it all the way to the finals and win the Stanley Cup? That's a very hard thing to say, especially before the year has even started. But if I had to say, I did a little bit of looking around, and I looked at some rosters, and Chicago Blackhawks have a really nice roster. So does St. Louis Blues. But one team that stuck out, where were they at? Let's see. Since we're looking at the whole league, the team that I'm going to bet on is actually down here. The San Jose Sharks. We're going to take a look at their team really quick and look at these attributes and look at the rep that all these players have. They have one of their players who's definitely not their best player, Joakim Ryan, who is on the IR, the injury reserve. I'm not too sure what's wrong with him, but if we look here, he took a groin tear, so don't know if he'll be ready to go or not. The 24-year-old from America. Second, man, guys, I just want to show you all the things that you can look at this game. So we're going to take it, before we even start simming and stuff, we're going to take a look at the league history, just in case there's guys like me that are watching this that don't really know much about hockey, and you're wanting to get into it. I feel like this is a really good game to just sit and don't manage any team, just just watch the league, and you'll learn a lot. I think this is going to be really fun. So as you can see, the last 2 years it's been the Pittsburgh Penguins to bring back the Stanley Cup to Pittsburgh. They got Sidney Crosby, who is one of the best players that I know, that's in the league. I know that name, obviously. Everybody knows his name. Then you got the people they went against, obviously, who lost, so the Nashville Predators and the San Jose Sharks, right? So those are the ones I think are actually going to bring it back home in 2017, right? So, and then you can have the people who won is it the President's Cup or something like that? Or you guys tell me what cup they bring. But I know they get a champion. Oh, it's the championship trophy, right? It says it right there. The winners of the regular season championship trophy. My bad. Yeah, so that's basically who finishes with the best regular season record, and it's been the Capitals 2 years running, and the Penguins winning the Stanley Cup 2 years running. And you can see Chicago Blackhawks, and they go all the way since the NHL has been created. You guys can see, this game keeps the stats. If you are guys who like looking at numbers and stuff like that, this is going to be the game for you. All right, records. Most times winner of the Stanley Cup is the Canadians with 24. And here's some other stats and stuff. But yeah, so results, attendance, not sure what this is all about, teams, players. Here you go. So active career leaders. Now I'm not sure if this is right, but in this universe we'll just say this is right. And so active career leaders, I do know this guy. He plays with, obviously he plays with Calgary, but I'm not too sure how to pronounce his last name, Jagar. You guys, if I mess up on these last names, please forgive me, and just try and tell me how it's pronounced in the comments, or if there's any way you could help me with that. And yeah, so as you can see though, Sidney Crosby, he's definitely going to be the talk in a lot of these things. Oh, and this is one player I actually do know, Cam Ward. Is it? Yeah, Cam Ward. And I know a little bit of backstory about him because he won the Stanley Cup. He was the MVP in 2005. And he won the Stanley Cup. The Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup, right? So he's a really good goalie. And so with that being said, you can see his whole stats and stuff. So that's a pretty good goalie they got there. Definitely definitely something to. I know a couple of the players, guys. I'm not it's not like my first time ever looking at the teams. But without further ado, we are going to we're going to start simming here. So now correct me if I'm wrong, but the NHL season starts in October. But I think there's a preseason games that are played in September, maybe the beginning of October. So I'm not sure, but so as you can see, it's October 1st. These are the first games that we're going to be seeing. I don't know if they're regular season or if they're preseason though. So I guess we'll just have to find out. So we're going to go ahead and start simming now. This is what's really cool and what's going to be really fun about this series is we can view any game we want to, and we can watch it in real time. But we're not going to do that yet. We're going to get kind of deeper into the sims and into the season before we actually start real time in some games. All right, so let's go ahead and sim October 1st. And as you can see, the Wild right there beating the Ducks 5-2. And so we'll also get updates on what's happening around other leagues and stuff like that. Oh, before we continue to sim, I wanted to show you guys the transactions around the league. This is what's really cool. We are going to be able to stay connected to this season and to this universe so much that it's gonna feel like we're there. We're not gonna miss a beat. All right, and I'm gonna make sure that we know everything that's going on. So we're gonna go ahead and go to year. Then we're gonna go over here to trades. So this was the one trade that was made as I simmed August into October, because I wanted you guys, I wanted to be ready regular season as soon as I started episode 1, right? So Brett Ritchie from the Dallas Stars was traded to the Blackhawks for the Blackhawks both their third round picks in 2018 and 2019. So keep that in mind. I don't really know this dude, but I clicked on him and I'm looking at his stats, and his stats are pretty dang good. If you guys don't know the game, the rating system is from 0 to 20. 20 being the best, 0 being the worst, obviously, right? And as you can see, he's pretty decent player, and he's 24 years old, Canadian, right? So that's a big pickup for the Blackhawks, and we'll see what the Dallas Stars do with this third round pick this year in the upcoming draft, if it was worth it or not. All right, so let's go ahead and hop back into what's happening today. So we got a lot of games here in October playing, so we're going to go ahead and skip that as well. Just take a drink of my coffee here. It's a little late with me recording this, but I hope you guys do enjoy it. Like I said, this is going to be a relaxed series. Don't know how much I'm going to post it. Like, there's not going to be a schedule or anything like that. This is truly really for me, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. It's a learning process for me, and I thought, why not, go ahead and record it and capture my moment of me. This is really for me to learn more about the NHL and all the teams and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and sim one more day. We're going to get in here, make sure everybody's played. Now, again, I don't know if this is preseason or not, so it's like, I don't know if these games count. But because I know a couple of the preseason games run in October, but I thought they did all their preseason games in September, and there was no games in September, so I don't know. But we're going to look at the standings really quick here in the Eastern Conference. It is the Penguins, they are 2-0. And if we go over here, you can see the worst team right now is the Blue Jackets. We can always stay connected to both the conferences and just the whole league. It's the Blackhawks there, and so on and so forth. We'll be able to look at the team stats. So team stats for lasting games, Flyers 2-0. You can see all the teams. Goals for average, power play percentage, season records, streaks, and penalty killing percentage. Like, there's so much, guys, that we can view. It's going to be a fun time, without a doubt. It's going to be a really fun time. All right. And we can also look at the injury list, man. We can see, who's dealing with what. And Ryan Ellis, I think I know who that is. Is that a... No, never mind. I don't know who this is. I know an Ellis, I think, but he's a goalie. I don't know what team he plays for. I'm not too sure. But look at the Vegas Golden Knights. This is actually their first ever franchise season in the NHL. So we'll have to take a look at the expansion team. We're going to have to take a, we'll have to watch out and see how they do. ACL sprain for Eric Hula, their center/left wing, and that's going to have to wonder how bad that's going to be. He seems like a decent player, though. Really seems like a decent player, so that's not a good loss for them. But so here's the injuries coming into the season, guys. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to sim one more time, and I'm probably going to wrap up this episode. Just wanted to introduce, I know this is kind of a boring episode, and if you've made it this long, I do appreciate it, and just wanted to explain it really, what's going on and what to expect. It's going to be a fun series, and we're going to see, what this universe brings and who can win the Stanley Cup, and I think it's going to be a fun time. I really do. I think it's going to be a fun time, and we'll just we'll take it with a grain of salt. All right, so if I could click on it here, let's look at it. So here's we can also put the whole league together and just see who is the best, and that's actually kind of surprising, Arizona Coyotes, but we're not really far into it. You want to know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of power sim. Let's go ahead and power sim some games so we can kind of get into the year a little bit here. Let's go ahead and we're going to just continue to power sim here, because like I said, I'm not too sure if this is actual preseason and if these games count. If these games don't count, I really don't want to show them. So yeah. Again, let me know who your favorite team is. Who do you rock with, and who are you gonna ride and say is gonna win the Stanley Cup? Let me know in this episode, and let me know who you think's gonna, be good, and who should I watch out for. So let's go ahead and look at the standings really quick. Eastern 4-1. Now, how many preseason games does the NHL play? I do not know that. Like, I know NFL they play 4. I do not know how many they play here. I want to say it's 7, maybe. Let me know in the comments as well, guys. I there's little things that I don't know, but I know enough for us to have a good time, I feel like, and just like I said, this is gonna help me learn. So we're getting close to the halfway mark of October, and I think after this sim we are gonna stop it here, and this is gonna wrap up episode 1. We're gonna take a look around the league. So here we go. Standings. It's the Rangers at 4-1-1 with 9 points. And as you can see, it's the Detroit Red Wings at the bottom. They've only got 1 point. Again, I don't know if this is preseason or not, and if it's not, that's not a good start to the year. The Penguins not looking bad at all. Let's go ahead and look over to the side, the Western Conference, and see how the team that I think is going to be making it. The Sharks, they are 4-0. They have yet to lose, right? That's pretty awesome. Man, like, look at this roster. You can't tell me this is not a good roster. I mean, look at these. Look at all this green. This is a lot of green. You're right. This is a good dang roster, so they're gonna have to keep their eyes out for them. But so, the end of episode 1. It's the Coyotes with the best record in the Western Conference, and the Rangers for the Eastern Conference. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna leave the episode here on this screen so you guys can see all the leading players who are leading the league, and yeah, let me know what you guys think of this game and what you think of the series, and leave all the tips that you can. I'd very appreciate it in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.